Good Monday morning, everybody. Here on this April 17th, I'm Chris Allen, and this is the Sam channel on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter, all sponsored by Ace Hardware Marketplace. Weather stick is still blue, looking good. The only thing you'll have to deal with today is the wind. The wind. I know, I thought too. I thought we were done with that. Okay, let me let me back up just a little bit here. It's going to be breezy and sometimes even a bit windy, but it's not going to be those fierce winds, those very strong winds like we had during the month of March. We're not talking about 50, 60 mile per hour winds. We're talking there could be some breezes up to 30, 35, maybe even a gust to 40 sometime today, but otherwise we will see the sunshine. We have some clouds off to the north of us. It is going to be a cool day, relatively speaking, as far as the temperatures are concerned. Here you see with the satellite view this morning that we are getting that wraparound cloud cover, and some of you are seeing that off to the north of us this morning. And here comes another little piece of energy. That straw that you see there has got to swing right through Kentucky today. And therefore, we're expecting a west wind that is going to be rather breezy at times. And where the skies are clear and where we see the sunshine today, that's where the winds are going to be the strongest. And that would include southern Kentucky. What's happening is upper winds begin to mix down to the ground, and if there's nothing in the way, like clouds, then they're just free to roam. And so, with that little piece of energy swinging through, we're going to get these occasional gusts of wind today. Again, maybe up to 40 miles per hour, but otherwise, we'll see a mainly clear much of the mid-south, middle Mississippi Valley, sunshine, maybe a passing cloud or two, but the winds will be the big deal today. Okay, so just factor that into your day. It's going to be part of it. Can't help it. It's one of those things we just still have to deal with, I guess, occasionally. And as we take a look at the 10-day blender, we're going to see a seesaw ride in temperature. We're going to warm, then we're going to cool. Then we're going to warm, then we're going to cool. Just seems to be the case. Really, this is very April like as far as the seesaw temperatures are concerned. So we go 63 today, low 60s with the sunshine, but the winds will make it feel cooler than that. At times, it may feel more like it's in the 50s in some cases. Further north, it may even feel like it's in the 40s with some of those breezy conditions today. But then we warm it into the mid 70s tomorrow. Then here we go back into the low 80s, even close to the mid 80s. Are you kidding me? No. By Thursday, then we see a cool down. That's because we'll have some showers and thunderstorms coming in on Friday into Saturday. Then another good cool down. And that one looks to be even a bit cooler than what we're going to experience today. We're talking about upper 50s. There are some lows, as you see there, on a couple of nights this coming weekend in the 30s, but not freezing cold, just chilly, upper 30s. Then we recover back into the 60s and 70s as we get into the beginning of next week. Seesaw ride, roller coaster. That's pretty much spring for you in southern Kentucky. Really pretty typical stuff. Better than it was in March, at least. We've got this day of wind going on, and then those winds are out of here. So, yeah, just one day today we have to deal with that. All right, let's look at current temperatures as of 5 minutes before 5, 4:55 a.m. Central Time on this Monday morning. and the temperatures are showing 40s, even a couple of 50s, a few 50s, but mostly low to mid 40s. The one exception, always, Cumberland County, Burkeville, showing 35 near the river this morning. That's because it's way down in the river bottom and or near the river bottom, and everybody else is at a higher elevation. But So 40s, you shouldn't have any frost on your windshield or anything like that. And there's enough of a breeze already out there this morning that's going to keep anything from getting frosty, I think, tonight. Now, the winds will die down tonight. So, with temperatures getting around 40, there could be a couple of spots that get into the upper 30s tonight. There may be a low valley somewhere where it gets closer to freezing as the winds die down and become a little more calm tonight. I don't know. I don't think you should have to cover up or bring in any plants tonight unless you live much further north of southern Kentucky. Maybe northern Kentucky, as skies clear, you may have to deal with that, but I don't think we'll have to deal with that here in southern Kentucky. All right, let's go to the map, the model map, and show you what's happening. Here is our low pressure system, which is spinning over Lake Michigan and the upper peninsula, throwing some snow into parts of Wisconsin and even Minnesota and southern Canada. And here is that dip in the trough in the jet stream that is causing, this colder air to temporarily move in. And you see how close it is to Kentucky. So as this begins to pull away and move off to the north and east, it's going to help relieve us of this chilly air. And so things will improve over the coming days as we get into tonight and tomorrow. That upper low begins to move away. Now, we see this little band of showers. This is actually along a warm front that is going to move through Kentucky on Wednesday, actually Tuesday afternoon and evening into Wednesday. There could be some showers that form along that front, but I don't think we'll see any of those. And then you see the 992 millibar low that is moving through the plains and one behind it at 997. Those will be the next series of low pressure systems that will get us set up for, well, Thursday into Friday for the next chance of showers. So here we go through Wednesday into Thursday and then into Friday. Here comes our rain and thunderstorm activity with a pretty good front that's going to come through. Now, this is going to be one of those situations, kind of like the last one, where we get showers and some rough weather out in the plains before it reaches us. But notice what is out to the east of us, a ridge of high pressure. Not as strong as the one that we had last few days ago that moved out and allowed the showers to come in, well, a day or two ago. But still strong enough to fend off, this is a 994 millibar. This is at 1018. We'll see how much of this line holds together by the time we get into Friday. So this is when we're looking at Thursday night into Friday. Severe weather, conditional at this point. We'll see, but you can see here that it starts to, it just starts to fizzle out as it moves a little bit more into this ridge of high pressure. The low pressure doesn't deepen all that much. So as we get into Friday and Saturday, there will be some showers in the area, but I don't foresee, you see here now it's at 1,003. The main low will be at 999. That's not all that strong, but there will be another, it looks like another big plume of colder air wrapping around that low out in the north central plains. We'll be tasting a lot of warm, soupy air, enough to set off the showers and the storms as we get into Thursday night, Friday, and early Saturday. But I don't think it's going to be that big of a severe weather situation. We'll just have to keep watch on it. And of course, I'll do that and see what happens to that. But this is by Saturday that moves out and everything begins to notice how these low pressure systems weaken a little bit more um, as it moves off to the east. So right now, it doesn't look like to be too big of a deal, but that's still a good ways, almost a week out. So we still have time for this to kind of flex and move and maybe strengthen or weaken even more. Don't want to give too big of a heads up on severe weather, but the potential, I think, if there's going to be any, is going to be in the usual spot right there in the central plain or the eastern plains, the middle Mississippi Valley for, any kind of severe weather. That's probably where it's going to be. So hopefully we won't have to see any of that. We may just get some general thunderstorms out of that system as it moves in. Okay, here's a look at the surface map before I head out this morning for the next 7 days. And we're going to watch this progress off to the east, the system that came through yesterday, and then this little spoke of energy, this little straw wrapping around those low pressure systems over the northern Great Lakes and the UP of Michigan. We get a little taste of that. There's the winds that are coming through today. You see the tight isobars there. And then we continue to move on through the day tonight. The winds relax and the skies will be mainly clear. Next few days look really nice with plenty of sunshine, not much going on. There's that warm front that could produce a couple of showers out ahead of it, but not for us. We're going to stay under the influence of high pressure over the next few days. Here we go into Wednesday afternoon, Wednesday evening, into Thursday. Then we see Thursday night into Friday. The actual front comes through. Notice we're not painted in necessarily with thunderstorms. A lot of the stronger thunderstorm energy will again be in the plains and part of the Gulf Coast. And then another little piece of energy comes by on Saturday with some leftover showers, and it will cool down again, just like it's doing right now with temperatures in the 60s. But then it's all gone by the beginning of next week. So it's almost like we're in this pattern of we get some rain, we get a cold front, it cools down for a day or two, then we warm back up. Really, it's pretty typical for April. There's nothing in here that would indicate extremes either way. We're kind of, even though it's topsy-turvy, it's warm, then cool, warm, then cool. You don't know how to set your thermostat or your heat or cool setting in your car or in your home. It's April. That's kind of the way it is, especially around here. It's not really going to level out until we get into May and June, summer months. Anyway, yesterday's high was, by the way, 71, and 71 is where we should be on average. So we were right on the money yesterday, although that 71 was hit early in the morning because as the cold front came through with that little hit of showers after the morning, then temperatures started to gradually cool down during the afternoon into the 50s. So today, low 60s, breezy, with sunshine and a few clouds here and there. All right, that'll do it for this Sam Channel forecast on this Monday morning. Friday, I'm going to be in Edmonton for the first time at the Ace Hardware store there for the next weather radio tour. I haven't made a graphic for it yet. I'll do that today, but we're promoting that I will be there Friday noon to 2. So at the Ace Hardware store in Edmonton, Metcalfe County, come on out and see me noon to 2 this Friday. If you need a weather radio, I will be there for that for a couple of hours. Headed to Sam 100.7 this morning for the morning show, 6 to 10. I hope you'll join me for that. In the meantime, God bless you. Thank you for watching. and I will see you on the radio.